Welcome to Let's Play Singularity. In the intro movie, our helicopter was knocked out of the sky by some kind of energy blast. Thankfully, the pilot was able to crash land on the docks, rather than us ending up in the ocean. And it looks like we're injured. There's a health meter in the top left that's half depleted. We'd better check if anyone else survived the crash. It's safe to say that no one can survive disintegration. I think Devlin was wrong about it being an EMP. Just inject ourselves with a syringe. And luckily it's a stim pack, rather than being full of polonium or something. This first part of the game is quite slow-paced and atmospheric. Later on things will get very action-packed. This bit is to introduce us to the setting. Here we've got some old desiccated corpses. They haven't disintegrated.
Welcome to Katorga 12. All first-time arrivals must report for registration. All those who have previously registered are free to enter through the north gate.
That's spooky. Microphones do not work that way. Let's check out this note. I'll be keeping notes up on the screen for the amount of time that it takes for me to read them. If you're a slow reader, you can pause the video. It's saying that there was a Dr. Demichev that was killed in a fire, and they'd hoped that Dr. Borisov would take over, but it seems that Moscow is going to shut the place down. Perhaps that should be Moscow. But, no, I'm British.
This is Devlin 4-1. We were hit, goddammit, I repeat! We were hit!
Titan 1 actual here. What's your status, Captain?
We got punched out. Copter's down and we're scattered. Don't know how many KIAs yet. Over.
Satellite's got you about 30 clicks south of a radio tower. Get your team there, Captain. We're pulling you out.
Understood, sir. Spartan team, if you copy. Switch your comm gear to TAC 3. Meet up at the rally point.
Hello, Devlin. Come in, Devlin. Nope, we are a typical video game mute protagonist. I suppose it could be explained by our radio being damaged. A little odd that Titan 1 said that radio tower is 30 clicks away, because that would be 30 kilometers, and it's definitely much closer than that. I think the idea here is that our character can understand Russian. Signs like this are translated into English for us. But they don't translate everything, because that would sort of ruin the Russian feel. They do a mixture of Russian and English on the signs. And you might think another way to do it would have been to do Russian signs and have like English subtitles pop up, but they didn't even get to do subtitles for the dialogue in this game. All the subtitles that you've seen are ones that I've added myself, so unsurprisingly they didn't do subtitles for the signs. Some kind of lecture area. That's nice. Hello? Hello, operator? Hello? No outside line.
E99 is a valuable element that can only be found on Katorga 12. Here it is mined at a depth of over 1 kilometer underground.
Those microphones are creepy. Let's check this out.
The influx of new scientists and technicians to Katorga 12 has dwindled to nothing. Rumor has it that Dr. Borisov might become the new head of Katorga 12, but I doubt Moscow has much confidence in him. If only Dr. Demichev hadn't died in the fire.
This game does the Bioshock, System Shock, Dead Space thing of having audio logs all over the place. as well as these notes. This one's saying that the staff here should process newcomers as fast as possible and not get bogged down answering a lot of questions. There were a lot of people to process at one point. Some people criticise the game for having these old-style propaganda films, a lot like Bioshock and Fallout, but it's pretty appropriate given the setting.
The threat from the west is ever present, and here on the isolated island of Katorga 12, we are fighting that threat. The glorious work we are doing will change the world and keep our way of life safe from those who seek to do us harm. Soviet scientists have discovered the answer to our hopes and dreams, the element E99. E99 is a rare element only found on Katorga 12. There are many different ways to help the efforts of Mother Russia here on Katorga 12. Your family will live well on the island, and your children will attend schools offering the very best Russian education. Scientific research is the largest division on the island, advancing agriculture, industry, medicine, and the military. Processing E99 is an important part of the island's function, creating the metal, gas, and other forms of E99 we use every day. A strong military presence is important on Katorga 12 to ensure the safety of the island. A workforce that will make every Russian proud is the backbone of the island. From the rail yard to the docks, every worker supports the motherland. All of your contributions will go toward achieving the ultimate goals of our work here on Katorga 12. We must stand as one against the forces of the West. You are the lucky ones selected for service on Katorga 12. We have moved your family for your convenience. We must now stand together for Mother Russia.
Of course, the real 99th element is Einsteinium, but in the 40s and 50s, the Russians would only have known about 98 elements. I guess they discovered something else, and they categorized it as element 99. Interesting bit of artwork up there.
You are here. The village area contains the civilian docks, where new personnel first arrive on Katorga 12. It is home to many of the inhabitants of the island, and features a school that offers the best in Russian education. The research laboratories are where scientific investigation is done into the potential uses of E99. Some of the areas of experimentation include weapons development, crop regeneration, and medical research, as well as chronology investigation.
Chronology investigation? Is that like studying history?
The rail line is where vast amounts of supplies and research materials are moved across the island. It also serves as the main transportation of raw E99 ore. The industrial docks are where supplies are brought in from the mainland. Hundreds of tons of equipment and material are offloaded here every day.
These locations are all actually chapters in the game.
The processing facilities are where E99 ore is purified and enriched. In order to protect the civilian population from any potential radioactivity, security is very high. Once construction is completed, the tower will be home to the Borisov reactor. This powerful device will generate a Singularity, an event horizon that will provide the Soviet Union with unlimited energy that is both clean and safe.
A singularity and an event horizon. Those are terms to do with black holes. We could actually see the ruins of the tower during the helicopter intro and also from the docks. Not sure whether there was some kind of disaster before they were able to finish it, or whether it blew up on day one when they switched it on.
By some miracle, you're alive and hearing this. Rally at the base of the radio tower we passed over before we got bounced. S&R's running carpool from there. Double time it. Move!
We do actually have a weapon, a survival knife.
Help! Help! For the love of God, please! Let me out!
What the... This place is haunted. Get me out of here. Just gotta get to that radio tower. As Devlin said, that's where they're doing the carpool. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's gonna hit me! We've just been thrown back through time. This must be that fire that they were talking about in all the messages. Better get out of here before I become a part of history. I've got you!
My leg is hurt. I can't walk. You'll have to help me.
Sure, maybe you can tell me how to get out of here. Oh, well, that looks like as good a way as any. Oh, this is back where I was. Better try this door. Oh dear.
Ringo, stop! Don't let Demichev!
Who was that? Don't have time for this.
Help! Help! For the love of God, please! Let me out!
My goodness, that was the ghost we saw earlier. Oh, what a grisly way to go. Not that way.
Demichev, what happened? What did you do? What did I do? Nothing. I almost died in there. Fortunately, he saved me.
Huh. Oh, okay. Things are a bit different. Yeah, it looks like that guy we saved in the fire was Demichev. It's not just the statue that's changed. The place is all overgrown. It's raining now as well.
The influx of new scientists and technicians to Katorga 12 has increased tenfold since Dr. Demichev went to Moscow. His presentation of our work must have been very successful. Additional facilities are being built, and our research funds continue to grow. And to think, only 4 weeks ago, Dr. Demichev almost died in that fire. Whoever saved him did us all a huge favor.
Yeah, apparently Demichev was so successful, they erected a statue of him.
Completed in 1955, the tower serves as home to the Demichev reactor. This powerful device generates the Singularity, an event horizon that provides the Soviet Union with unlimited energy that is both clean and safe.
Huh, the Demichev reactor. I thought they were going to call it the Borisov reactor. And yeah, it seems they finished building it, and it didn't blow up on day one. It actually worked. This is our first bit of E99 tech. Later on we'll be able to use that for upgrades. Other games like Bioshock games and Raven Software's previous Wolfenstein game have you finding money or currency of some sort to buy upgrades. In this game you're using the E99 tech as a sort of raw material for actually making the upgrades. Something to note about these pickups is that they are randomized. Sometimes it'll be health, sometimes it'll be E99 tech. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get.
I don't know how much time I have, so I'll make this quick. The Singularity exploded about 2 hours ago, killing hundreds of people. But spreading radiation is also having effects. It's mutating humans into violent monsters, and they feed on human flesh. I have to get out of here before they find me.
Seems the disaster happened a bit differently. In the original timeline, you just completely sterilized everything. But this time, radiation mutated people into monsters. I wish I had a gun right now.
Titan 1 actual. Copy. For fuck's sake, someone copy back! Copy back and tell me things look a little south of normal, because I'm officially freaking out! Go in Section 8 here. I know it, damn it. Okay, eyes forward. Keep to the original directive. Continue to the radio tower.
There's some E99 tech beyond that fence, but there's no way to climb over it. Can I go now, please? Apparently there was a naughty kid in this household. Kept putting his hat back on in class. Oh. What was that? His wife got E99 contamination, but she kept it secret so she wouldn't get fired. Who did that?
If anyone should find this recording, please. Our children are hiding in a room at the top of the stairs. They only have a limited amount of food and water and won't be able to last for much longer. Please. They're so scared.
Oh dear. Apparently the work was so top secret that, yeah, even husbands and wives couldn't discuss it with each other. What? And here we have our first weapon, the Centurion. It's an interesting sci-fi revolver. It says that it uses a powerful E99 bullet. That could mean it's like depleted uranium rounds, that they used E99 metal because it's very dense and good at penetrating or something. Or it could mean that E99 is used as part of the firing mechanism, and that instead of ordinary powder in the bullet, that there's E99 that sort of energizes it, propels it. Given the sort of cable or tube that's on the left of the revolver, I actually think E99 is used as the firing mechanism. Okay. So yeah, these ghostly things are known as echo events, or chrono echoes.
It's a lovely day. Let's go outside and play. I hope we make new friends today.
Oh, isn't that nice?
You look very pretty. I love you ever so much.
That's absolutely adorable.
It's a lovely day. Let's go outside and play.
Yes, let's. Bloody hell! Nearly killed by the first enemy in the game. That's hard mode for you. Just bandage myself up with some health packs. This is a mutant. Zombified remains of fortunate people on the island during the disaster. Yeah, you might think it took a lot of bullets to take down that mutant, but that's because about 2/3 of those bullets actually missed. And there's a mutant on you gripping your arms, it's kind of hard to shoot straight. So yeah, I've just picked up the E99 that we could see through the fence earlier. Singularity is a completely linear game, but they do encourage you to explore all the nooks and crannies along the path. This note is easy to miss. Yeah, it's a message from a family member back on the mainland, and it's been heavily censored by the authorities. Nothing over here. Really should get out of this rain, given all the mutant-causing radiation. Another mutant. Is it eating something? Uh-oh. I should aim down the sights. Centurion is very inaccurate if you don't use the sights. But it's powerful enough to take off limbs. It's the power of E99 for you. Yes. Ah! He's trying to gnaw me to death. Like Monty Python's Black Knight. Let's see how else I could have done that. Oh crap! It's not just the limbs, you can also take big chunks out of the torso, and you can make the guts hang out. Very gory. So yeah, the description wasn't wrong. The Centurion pistol is very powerful. It's powerful enough to blow off limbs. But it does have a number of drawbacks. It fires slowly, and it's very inaccurate unless you're aiming down the sights. So for that reason, it's got a bit of a reputation as being useless. I kind of enjoy using it though. I wonder how long that corpse has been there. It doesn't look like it's been there for half a century.
Titan 1 if you're receiving. I'm in what looks like a school, and there's some guy... Holy mother!
Huh. So, Devon's in the school. A message from Dr. E99, warning kids to play safely. So yeah, next time we'll be heading into the school. Hopefully we can catch up with Devlin. Do join me next time. Whee! In 1916, Einstein published his theory of general relativity.
The theory of relativity is infamous for its difficulty. I want to show that there's nothing peculiarly difficult about it.
Let me illustrate this with an example here. Let's imagine that this piece of jelly is the space. Then the presence of matter is to distort the space.
Einstein's theory of relativity does lead us into very strange and unfamiliar paths.
Relativity is perfectly intelligible to anybody who is willing to think.
The theory of relativity states that gravity isn't simply an attractive force between objects. Rather, it states that everything in the universe is actually embedded in a strange, stretchy, rubbery thing known as the space-time continuum. All objects of mass will bend and distort this fabric of space-time. The heavier the object, the more space is bent. Anything that's flying through space will follow the path of the curved space, rather than travelling in a straight line. And that's why objects fall towards each other, or orbit each other. The theory solved a number of problems with Newton's theory of gravity, but it also had some disturbing implications.
What is it?
Anna, activate forward laser beam. A black hole.
A black hole is a region of space-time that has become so curved that nothing can escape. Not even light, the fastest thing in the universe. Since it's impossible to see inside a black hole, the boundary is known as the event horizon, because you can't see beyond it.
Have we a chance?
I know so little about black holes, except that they're stars that have collapsed in on themselves. They not only bend light, they actually swallow it.
The forces inside a black sun are inconceivable. They're capable of anything. They can bend space, even time, turn both inside out.
When a very large amount of mass is compressed into a very small area, the fabric of space-time gets completely bent out of shape, and it becomes a runaway process. The original object at the centre continues to get compressed, smaller and smaller and smaller, until it becomes impossibly small. You end up with an object that could have the mass of many suns, but has the size of the smallest subatomic particle, a single quantum point. This impossible object is known as the Singularity. The laws of physics break down completely and all the equations become infinite. It's thought that flying around the Singularity would actually send you back in time. The rest of the universe is shielded from these bizarre effects by the event horizon of the black hole.